How crap was that? That was a beautiful 8-bit intro to festive rock
Which is it's a
review.
throw. What was that, a throwback to to Nintendo?
It was absolutely awful. So I thought I'd put it on. How are you, chaps? We're going to have Holt joining us in a second. He was here, and then in a puff of Christmas magic, he was gone. Bless him. But
I think the snowman, that smiling snowman, probably did something.
so we have we've got it's actually it's a mask for COVID, but it's a bit rubbish. Doesn't really work very well. Oh no, he's back. He's readjusted his double chin, and he's
and now we can. No.
Very beautiful. Holt, how are you, my friend?
I am good. I just had to quickly run down, quickly unplug my modem. And I was like,
a little birdie has told me that, believe it or not, and I'm just going to check before I even say this is the case, because, well, no, it's not the case. Not yet, anyway.
The mic's off.
What? I've been told that there's a This Week on Stadia just gone live, but I can't see it over.
Has there?
Well,
I'm in the Discord. They didn't even tell me.
Well, yeah, Lord Vivitch, how are you, my friend? Says that there's one out according to Discord. So, I mean, you know, we'll see. We'll find.
Let's see this. Let me. Where's the Stadia Discord? Am I even?
I'm
still a part of it. Woo!
You go find it, Aaron.
You had to check.
Meg, how are you? Merry Christmas to you, my love. Merry Christmas. And I love that little Father Christmas, which looks like he looks all black and white and rubbishy on screen, but he looks lovely in the chat, doesn't he? Where's Holt gone? I tell you what, he's like one of Harry Potter's bad spells. Isn't
it's one of them. The green screens are the camera didn't zoom in and put it back in, so you can see my.
We've just got H.
I'm just going to adjust it now.
We do believe you, my friend. It's just it hasn't hit their blog yet, so
I know we're just giving you a hard time.
Porter, yo to you too. How are you, my friend? Welcome. Thanks for joining us on this, our festive edition of Rokk Review. Now, we're down a few chaps, unfortunately, as you may have spotted, but we've got some lovely guests instead. So Ray, bless him, he quickly popped into the chat just now. He's had an awful migraine all day. I think he's hit the Christmas sauce. I think that's what's going on there.
He had a bit too much of the nog.
I think he's been into the nog.
So proper.
He's hit the nog big time. And John's actually having a pre-Christmas trip to Niagara Falls. Wow.
Ooh.
That'll be good.
Hopefully he live streams him in a barrel, himself in a barrel.
Absolutely.
In a barrel.
If you're going to go to the falls, you've got to do it in a barrel, haven't you? What else? What other point is there in going there? So in place of... and Clive as well, sorry. And Clive is super duper busy trying to get everything ready for the holidays. And of course, he's working really hard on the Stadia Awards, the Community Awards, which are going to go live on New Year's Eve. Get a little plug in there. So if you haven't voted, go to Clive Ellington on Twitter, and he should have it pinned to the top of his account. So get in there and vote, and that'll be absolutely awesome. Hope you guys are okay in the chat. Thank you very much for joining us. Who else have we got that's joined us? We have got Kel F. It's on Reddit. Is it? Well, if they can't be bothered to put it on their own blog, what are we supposed to do?
I know, for real. Come on, people.
That's what we refer to. We'll get to it. They'll pop it on there at some point. Of course, they're and Windstar. Good to see you. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world.
Oh, you know what? There it is. I'll put the link in as soon as I load it up. Come on, load.
You know what? I've had it on my screen the whole time, but I thought it was last week. Sorry. Here we go.
Let's not.
What? That's it, isn't it? More
Oh,
pro.
the title is pretty good. I mean, I don't know if I question.
Whole lot of Stadia.
Yeah, I feel like they shouldn't have started it off with a ho ho.
Yeah, well, that's just your taunted mind, mate.
Yeah.
The rest of us. Listen,
It is.
I just feel like I haven't properly introduced you guys yet. Let me bring you back. Hang on. Let me just get rid of this. We'll come back to this. Don't worry. Let me just. So we have got joining us in the place of John, Clive, and Ray, our very, very good friends, William, Stadia Pro Gaming, and Holtz.
You
So
could have said,
good, they named
could
him
have said
twice.
Mr. Holtz.
Mr. Holtz.
Mr.
Yeah.
Holtz.
Mr. Holtz.
That is Holtz. That is by far the worst green screen I have ever seen.
You know what? It was a fireplace, and it's just not zoomed in. This restream is
It
just
looks
not
like it's
posed.
melted, mate.
Yes.
More of a sheet than a screen.
Look at
It's,
these two guys they've made an effort. They've both got the most beautiful,
I mean, I just walked
incandescent
into this house. I don't even know whose home it is.
I really.
Ah.
It's,
And
not,
then
it's,
Holtz,
not bad, it's not bad Santa, it's bad elf. Starring-
Holtz turns up with something that looks to me reminiscent of a foggy day in London town. Anthony, great to see you. Thanks for joining us, my friend. But I've just got this all year round thing going on, so I didn't see much point in green screening. But you see, Holtz, mate, listen, get it sorted for next Christmas, all right? I'll give you fair warning.
I don't know if it's the green screen effect on restream plus my green screen behind me. That's sort of it's like a double effect.
is
I
that
am
what it
not
is?
sure.
No, it's beautiful, mate. I kid you not. It's the most gorgeous thing. Right, let's have a look then. What our lovely.
I'm gonna
friends-
step away for just a sec. I gotta grab some food for my kid before he goes to school.
No worries. See you shortly. So, lots of stuff over here. It's like the old days, chaps, when they used to release a twos on a Tuesday at 5 o'clock. It's just like the old days. See, ever since I've created the new GFN channel, just to solely concentrate on Stadia, they've rescinded and gone back to the old days. I'm loving it already. Thank you, Stadia. I love you. Right, the holidays are here. I'm not too boomy in this mic, am I? By the way, I can move it away if it is. And the music not too loud. I just want want my guests to be comfortable.
Sounds great to me.
Good. Crow, how are you? Thanks for joining. It's important to engage with your audience, chaps. A little tip there for streamers. Isn't it? The holidays are here, and there's all sorts of cheer on Stadia to keep you amazier. See, they should have carried on the rhyme, and they didn't, so I'm trying to help a bit. More pro titles for the new year. Yeah, because they gave 2 of these away on the 12 days of Stadia, didn't they? Yesterday and the day before. So we knew about Darksiders 3 and we knew about Bloodstain. What we didn't know about was Shanty, Risky's Revenge, and Darkside Detective, A Fumble in the Dark, and DreamWorks Dragons, Dawn of the New Riders. Wow. Dawn of the New Riders. Is that new? I haven't seen that before.
I don't think it's brand new.
No, I mean,
it's
to
definitely
us on Stadia.
No, I think it's been on Stadia. Just it's coming
has
to
it?
Pro finally.
Okay. William, I'm sorry, you're new to the show. But this is basically, I know nothing. I just want to pre-warn you. My mind, I may look a younger man than my 54 years, but my mind is actually 83 in age. There he comes up, walking up from the fireplace. I love
Just walked
how that
right out of the
works.
fire.
Let me get you down there so we can see all your beautiful faces. Right, so what we have then going on, DreamWorks Dragons, Place and Super Animal Royale at no additional cost. That actually went live a couple of days ago, didn't it? 64 player, frenetic top-down 2D battle royale. I've been watching Vet. I know you've been playing a lot of this. William, you're bound to have been playing a lot of this. Holt, have you been playing Animal Royale?
No, I've just been watching the community player. I'm staying away.
Oh my
from
god,
all these.
that game is so fun.
It is a lot of fun. It takes a minute to get the hang of it, but it's so cute. I mean, it's amazing.
Anything that says other people are involved, I don't tend to bother.
Yeah, it's like when it said battle royale, I was like, nah, I'm staying away from that. But everyone's joining and playing co-op, and there's just me and Rokk miserable with our single players.
Well, if I wanted to get beaten up, I just walk down the street. I don't need to be playing any games in the mean streets of Afghanistan where I live.
A lot of games have done battle royale and have done it not so well. Recently, Red Dead just had a gun rush mode, which was kind of a Fortnite inspired type mode, which was a lot of fun. And Super Animal Royale has been a lot of fun. The little bit that I have played.
It does look great, and I know we've been waiting a long time for it to come to Stadia. We used to be a bit of a running joke, didn't it, Aaron? We would be saying,
Oh God, yeah.
Ray was looking for it every month. He was, I think it might be Animal Royale this month with cheese.
I think Lee was actually the one that was waiting the longest for that.
Oh yeah, that's true. Well, it's there now. And also, the other thing, PUBG Battlegrounds goes free from January the 12th. But you've actually, I don't know this is going to be the case with pro subscribers, but I know that there is an amount of money that you have to pay to access the free game, isn't there? Or if you already paid for it, I think you get it anyway. But if you wanted to play the free game, you've got to pay like $12. It baffled me. When someone says free, I expect it to be free of any kind of payment, but there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Anyway, tons of exclusive rewards at launch, and that's coming up on Janvier. That's French, chaps. Janvier, the 12th, whatever that is in French. So it's the Dawning comes to Destiny 2. Yeah, that's their annual holidays theme, which went live on Tuesday of this week. Very beautiful, I have to say. And the event celebrate the season by baking cookies, same as the last couple of years, spreading cheer and festively freezing the forces of darkness. There's some new stuff in there, but by and large, it's the same. Of course, the big updates coming in Feb next year. The same month as Horizon Zero Dawn. How dare they? I can't be doing two things at the same time. Hear that?
Well, I hear something.
Did you hear that, William?
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, this next one is what I'm excited to play. I watched John Scar play it, and it's a riot.
I paid for the early access, so I've had it for quite a while since it came to Stadia.
See, I won't touch this game. It lost me. That I would have tried it at least because the name is hilarious, but the puzzles kills it for me. I cannot do puzzles.
Yeah, but you've only got to whistle or hum, and it works really well.
Yeah, that's no one wants to hear that.
Okay, I'll shut up then.
I could just see Vet wandering around in front of his TV, singing into his controller.
Why isn't this working?
The dog going.
He's like, it's the season to Vet Rage. Tra la 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 la.
Vet Rage. So one hand clapping, which is a lovely. To be fair, it's a lovely idea of a game. The thing I love about it is it takes the concept of accessibility up another level. So for people that do struggle to hold a controller, for example, can play the game by simply using voice. So I think that's, I was going to say to be applauded, but that would be a pun too many. But I think I do love the idea, and it's actually quite a fun game, to be fair. Dark Side Detective, that's been out for a little while, hasn't it? The old fumble in the dark. Christmas Eve, the first bonus case from Dark Side Detective goes live. Learn all about the shocking death of the series' title character, Detective Francis McQueen. Stay tuned to learn about how he comes back to life, because there are 2 more free bonus cases to go. How does he come back to life? But hang on, this is a pro game as well, isn't it?
Yes.
Didn't it say it was going to be a pro game? Okay. So we get it as a pro game. Didn't we have it as a pro game before? Has it?
I don't know.
I think it was really cheap. I think it was cheap, but
at this point, I can't keep track what's pro and what's not anymore. They keep adding so many things.
We haven't got John or Clive in now.
I know. The only pro I know is the Stadia Pro.
I thought it was
Pro. Anything else is not.
It's what? I don't know. Any road up? Jackpot Party Pack 6. They're great, aren't they?
And they just keep adding to that, don't they?
It's just superb, the whole thing. I've played these for years with the kids. Every Christmas we get there with our phones and tablets and log into their website and do just absolutely brilliant. So it's really chuffed to see that it came.
It's nice. I mean, that's you want like a multiplayer family type game. That's the one to do it because it literally says up to 10 players. I mean, I don't know how many people are getting up to 10,000 in an audience, but
there you go. Crow's put us right. So this is
thank God.
This is a new Christmas edition of Darkside Detective. So the original Darkside Detective was a pro game. Anthony's saying the same thing, but this is a special Christmas edition like that. Do you remember that Churro, whatever it was called, that we had? That was a Christmas game back along. Churros with a chocolate dip and extra sugar. It was bought some of them earlier for Christmas. So Party Pack 6, that's awesome. Get it on Stadia today. Great edition. And then Assassin's Creed Dawn of Ragnarok.
I know a lot of people are waiting for that one.
This is we've had some DLC for Valhalla, but this is the big mutant.
Well, and we had the crossover event that just happened too.
Oh, this just goes on forever, doesn't it? With all the
I know it does. Yeah.
Because they need, we've said this in the past, Aaron, they need to keep feeding content so that we keep feeding them the $15, $16, $17 a month.
Well, and you think about it, if they keep doing these different events, and I was watching Link do the Valhalla crossover with Odyssey, with Cassandra last night, and we were chatting about this, and I'm like, the more they do these things, the better it gets because it keeps you involved in that Assassin's Creed world for when they launch the new one, the open world, whatever it's going to be.
Yeah.
But the really cool thing about this is this is an original.
What do you think about the direction they're going to be taking to where they're going to make Assassin's Creed basically a live service game?
I think that's a great idea.
It's a cool.
I think it's a great idea because it turns it into an ever evolving world. You don't have to keep coming out with the new game. You just keep adding on. It turns it into similar like how Grand Theft Auto has survived for so long. People don't buy the game. They buy the game for the online mode, and the online mode has changed for how many years now? They keep adding new things. That's a brilliant idea, and I will be the first to jump on that board on that one.
Well, you're going to have to wait a bit because I think they're saying it's going to be a good 2 years down the road.
Well, if they can do stuff like this, I'm okay with this. When they do these Ubisoft originals, like this was what they did with like Watchdog Legions when they brought the Aiden Pierce campaign. That was an original separate from all of the other. Like they spend their time with these storylines, it's going to be fantastic.
Yeah. Sorry, William, you were going to say something just now.
I agree with Vet in a lot of what he was saying there. Just an Assassin's Creed game that could hypothetically be never ending. Like you jump into it and there's always content. There's always a new storyline to explore. I think that could be amazing.
Mate, I bought Assassin's Creed Odyssey when Stadia launched and it still hasn't ended.
That's what I was going to say. It feels like it's never ending long.
Odyssey is so massive with so much stuff to do, so much stuff to see. You could play it probably a whole year, just that game, and not experience all of it.
I've been playing it for 2 years.
Yeah.
I started on Stadia. I started over on GFN, and I'm regretting that decision.
I bet you are. I started watching you when you were playing this on Stadia, and
I'm starting over. And I'm like,
oh man.
Yeah. Well, I stopped on Stadia, and it wasn't because I got bored with the game. It's because I rage quit and I never went back. That was the start of the vet rage. That literally started me down that path of vet raging.
see, that's the thing. That's the thing with the pre Valhalla and the pre Watchdog Legions games is that you don't have that cross-platform progression. So
I wish,
which is a real shame.
I mean, to be honest, though, I'm kind of glad. Because of where I was stuck, I couldn't even get out of it, and I tried. So I would have had to start over anyways, but I'm actually paying more attention this time. Well, okay, maybe not so much because I do get sidetracked a hell of a lot in that game.
And then finally, in the twos, in case you missed it, farewell, Grace. So Grace announced yesterday that she's off on a new venture still within Alphabet, which of course is the parent company of Google, but she'll be leaving Stadia. So yeah, everybody wishes her well. She's obviously been there since before Stadia launched. And she was a familiar name, very familiar name if you're if you're on Twitter or Reddit or the actual Stadia blog. So yeah, of course we all wish her the absolute best, and
Hey, hold on.
looking forward to what she gets up to next.
She was so passionate and positive. My hat goes off to her. She was a great community manager.
Yeah, well, it's always, it's the way of the world. It's nothing at all to do with where Stadia is or is going. It's the same for all of us. As a business owner, quick sidestep, but when I first started out in business, it used to really hurt when people left, because you sort of build relationships and think of them as friends, and then over the years you see so many go and so many come that you get hardened to it. But it's she's been part of the journey that we've all been on. So yeah, we wish her the best, and you can find a familiar face in Chris from Google. Yeah, Chris is staying with us, which is cool. Chris is a good guy. And of course, Chaka on Twitter, who has been, in my estimation, doing an amazing job under some hostility at times, which is awful to see. But 12 days of Christmas, of course. I mean, that's I don't think the next one's not due until, I think it's a couple of hours from now. I think it's the 8th we've got coming up. But I'll be interested to see what's revealed there. So that's all good. There you go. That's your Christmas edition of This Week on Stadia. It's great to have it back as well. So thank you for that. Meanwhile, at the store, which has gone all white, we did notice.
Man, it must be a blizzard there.
Yeah, I know.
Look at that white out.
What do you mean? People wish Blizzard games were there.
Super Sitzer, how are you? Thank you for joining. It's great to see you. Sierra Rose, thank you for popping in. Mate, he's still here. If he told you, it's always a good idea to keep an eye on him, but he hasn't gone anywhere.
Will, just freeze like the back. She'll never notice it.
We spotted this. We spotted this earlier. 85% off in the store, in the Stadia store. Let's have a look at this.
And everyone now in the chat is like, Rokk, seriously, my bank account can't afford these damn sales.
I know.
I'm already poor.
You should buy that Black Flag if you haven't yet.
£6.89, which is probably about $9. $8 or $9.
I mean, you look, even the top end tier ones are like the gold edition is affordable.
£20, $19.19 for Creed Origins. Assassin's Creed Origins, for me, my favourite Assassin's Creed. I absolutely love that. Having said that, Primal was my favourite, I would say. I'd love to see that come to Stadia. Valhalla, $29.99, down from $60, is a third on the original price. That's actually 50% Rokk, mate. It's half, not third. Oh yeah, that's what I remember now. See, just reminding myself.
To be fair, it did say up to 85% off.
It did. It confuses me. You know what I'm like. What else we got here? Borderlands at £12.50, down from £50. Just round them up by 30% to get your US dollars. What else we got? There was Child of Light, £3.50. Blimey. Cyberpunk. I can't see how much
the reason Holt isn't talking right now, folks, is because he's buying every one of these games.
I'm sickly underneath the desk with me, flicking my phone out.
That's why he's silent, and you can see that he's typing because he's purchasing everything.
Now, Darksiders 3.
Oh, I wish I can get these on sale. I was the fool that bought them like when they came out the first time. So I'm crying inside. I'm like, my poor wallet.
You'll be all right, mate. $21.44, or you can wait a week and get it for nothing. It's entirely up to you. I'll leave that up to your own conscience.
Somebody's gonna buy it and then complain that when it goes free, because they didn't read Twitter and realize that it's gonna go free.
You know it's gonna happen. I can't see these prices. I wish I could tell people how much they are discounted by, but lots of discounts. 85% off. Loads of Dead by Daylight stuff if you're into Dead by Daylight. Dirt 5. Dirt 5 Year 1 Edition, £25.50. Doom for £4.50. What?
That is a steal.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I like Dismal's comment. It's just a looped video of SPG. He's not even here.
It's true.
Family Feud's pretty good discount. That's one of those that I was really disappointed in because the way they advertised it when it first came out, that it was going to have that YouTube feature for Stadia, and then
it was badly advertised because I never got a Family Feud. I was like, well, that's not their fault. So.
I was also disappointed in it because it didn't have Steve Harvey. Like that was what killed it for me.
Well, we got Les Dennis over here, and I'm sure Steve Harvey was better. Well, Family Feud's interesting because they never. I'm sure it started off as part of Ubisoft Plus, and then it was ripped out of it. So I have no idea. Far Cry 5, £8.39, awesome game.
Get the Ultimate Edition.
The Ultimate, yeah. Actually, the fair enough. The DLCs for Far Cry 5 are great fun. So yeah, I'd highly recommend that. Or you can buy the pack for $7.99 and add it on to $8.39 and pay more. It's entirely up to you. Far Cry 6 for £36. It's only just been out for a month or two. Definitely fill your boots on that one.
And they keep getting DLCs.
Yeah. Oh, we're just going to go on forever. FIFA 22 at £30. Wow. Not my cup of tea.
Those that like soccer or football.
This just goes on forever.
How much was Wildlands up there?
A wild price.
No. It's right there.
That's the Ultimate Stadia, £20.39. So it's about $25, down from just under £70, which would be about $75, I guess. That's still good. Still good. Grid, Grime, they're all here. Everything's on sale. Just Dance. There you go, Vet.
Not happening. Not happening, folks.
You know you want to. Life is Strange. That's a great game. 32.
Nobody wants to see Vet dancing.
This thing just keeps on going. Outriders is on sale again. Now they've actually, to be fair, they've patched it now, haven't they? And it works okay on Stadia. It's a superb game. 1979 PGA Tour.
This is what is like every game on sale.
I think literally most of the decent games are on sale.
Apart from, once again, Attack on Titan, that's never on sale. So
why is that then?
I don't know. It's like the only game that's never been on sale in Stadia.
Well, that's because they've got to at least sell one to make some money, and then they'll put it on sale. Resident Evil Village, half price. It's a great game. That came out about just over under a year ago, wasn't it? So get that one if you want to, and a whole ton more. We just look at this. Do you know what?
Literally every game is on sale.
It gets to the end of the screen, and then it's adding more in.
It's like no, we're done.
It never ends.
Imagine being on your mobile with 5G, having limited bandwidth, and you're trying to scroll the pages down, going, "Oh, these images keep on loading in."
Awesome stuff. Right, let's just double quickly check. Google said we got the pro games they've announced. We've got. Oh yeah, there is actually one other thing. I don't know if this has gone live yet, but there was talk of My Hero 1's Justice 2. It was rated for Stadia.
Monopoly Madness just came out, and that game's already on sale as well.
Yeah, look at that. Yeah, but Ubisoft constantly put their stuff on sale.
Yeah, I don't know when the day that Ubisoft does not have a sale, then there's something wrong.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, My Hero 1's Justice. I can't see it, but I have been reliably informed My Hero is going to be on here at some point today. But don't take my word for it. This is what I've been told.
Do you know what? Once I seen that, I was like, "Oh, a game that I want to play," because I'm a big fan of the My Hero Academia, the anime.
Are you?
So yeah, so this game follows the arcs of the anime. So I was like, "Oh, I might play it." So, because I've always wanted loads of Bandai Namco games to actually come to Stadia, and they've brought quite a few, but there's more that I wish they brought. So seeing this on the news today, I was like, "Oh, it's a step in the right direction."
Awesome. Yeah, it literally popped up on the Peggy earlier today, and I've been told that it could be live by the time the show goes live.
But of course, because it's on other platforms and stuff like that, Stadia does it great when certain games come at a decent sale price. So it's got to come in at a very heavy discount for me to jump on board. I'm not.
They were just going to make a goal or something. I mean, you
Yeah,
can't go wrong with having more fighting games. I mean, everybody loves fighting games.
It says here the games are three. This is on Stadia Source, by the way. It says that hosted by Rokk. Oh, bless them.
How about that?
Look at that. There he is.
The
game is a 3D arena action fighting title developed by King and published by Bandai Namco. So a 3D arena action fighting title. So yeah, it's kind of like a 3D Mortal Kombat kind of thing.
So I got Action Fighter right.
Yeah.
Virtua Fighter back in the day was that 3D style. From Sega, they were big into that 3D style, so I could see this catching on because that 3D fighting style is still popular.
Yeah, absolutely. More the merrier. So that one's good. The other thing that is Ubisoft related is that, and that's actually on Stadia Source as well. If I go back to their news. I did spot it the other day. Here we go. Far Cry 6. Far Cry 6 is getting 2 new missions featuring this dude, Danny Trejo. Trejo or Trejo?
He's a very interesting fellow.
Yeah, Dusk Till Dawn, Con Air, Machete franchise. Means nothing to me, but he is.
Machete's got Machete.
Dusk Till Dawn? Everybody knows Dusk Till Dawn.
No, I don't. I wasn't born in the 80s like you lot.
What? I've been around since the dawn of time. I'm an elf.
Here he is.
Interesting.
Hey, that's how I cook food.
Does that look like him?
It does. It does. A free crossover mission, huh?
So there's apparently a couple of
Fight with Danny.
Fight with him. Yeah, he's your pal.
Ah,
Just don't shoot him.
Yeah.
He's getting on. So yeah,
This just seems like it's just going to be basically blood, fighting, shooting, guns, blood everywhere.
It's just
Merry
standard.
Christmas, everyone.
Hey, it's Far Cry fun for everyone.
It's
Exactly.
same maps, same game.
There's only one crossover that I'm still waiting on, and then I will dive into it. And that's the when they bring Rambo.
I'll tell everybody just a little tidbit about the end game of Far Cry 6. No spoilers. But after the game is over, weekly they give you a mission to do, a couple missions, okay? If you ignore those missions, the map keeps getting retaken over. So eventually, if you wait 6 months and come back to the game, you have a whole map to do again.
Wow. There you go, folks. Yep. No, I did do a couple of those when I finished it, but I haven't gone back since. So if I go back now, I'll probably have to completely do the entire game again.
It'll be taken over for sure.
We're all the same. I've got too much. I just finished the gunk this morning, and I've got a ton of stuff that I want to finish off and get out of the way. But yeah, that's life. Valhalla, I still haven't completed. So I've still got to finish Valhalla just before we get to the DLCs.
Anthony's comment. Anthony, get out of here with that. If it had Pac-Man in it, you'd love it. Or if it had an Avenger, then you'd be okay.
When he said Endgame, if he said Tony Stark, he would have.
Well, look, he says it's because it's dated, because it's set back. Is it because it reminds you of when you were a kid?
That's why he doesn't like playing Valhalla, because it reminds him of when he was back in the Viking days. Jeez,
just kidding, Anthony.
One final Stadia story. Wow, we've treated.
Oh, I was gonna say, Sonny just tweeted something out that ties in with the blog that interests me about it. He said Stadia has mentioned more games are coming in 2022, and we've seen evidence of that lately. But what was cool to see in today's blog post is the mention of, and he put, quote, more features and more improvements.
Yeah.
So he's like, how much more awesome can they make this? Could we see hardware upgrades? I take that as, could we see like some hardware upgrades would be awesome, or maybe something with direct streaming getting upgraded again. I mean, we've already seen they're starting to upgrade that. Like maybe they add a webcam feature to it. I mean,
well, he actually Sonny put a video. He may put it out today, certainly today or yesterday, where he goes through. He's been looking at things like job appointments, recent job appointments, and stuff, showing where they're looking to bring those people in to beef everything up. No, I genuinely think that we haven't seen the half of it yet. And just when you this is what everybody does, they write Stadia off, and then Stadia comes back with some massive mic drop, and they go, oh yeah, okay, we'll give it another 6 months then.
But then you will remember, though, you'll still have one person will still be like, you know what, Stadia's still going to die. They're still going to die. I know it. With no proof whatsoever, they still know it. Because they're from the future, so they know these things.
They do.
Speculation is absolutely fine and can be fun, but none of us are in these rooms, nor are we a fly on the wall to hear what they're doing. If we were actually in the room, I think we'd be shocked on what's on the horizon.
You're so right, William. And even I was talking to Sonny at the weekend, and he told me categorically he's not in the know either. He gets no more news and information than the rest of us do. You might get the press releases, but so does John. It's not that they aren't.
You would think John knows everything, because the only one that we know for sure knows what Stadia is doing is Jim. I'm just saying, because Jim is basically an artificial robot built by Stadia to act like a human.
Well, he's the Terminator that came back to keep on saving Stadia, not destroy Skynet.
He's like the Terminator, but Stadia sent him back to the...
Yeah, apart from the fact that he's a gaming savant, apart from that, in fairness to him, he does work for a company that is developing a title for Stadia. So he is going to be somewhat ahead of the curve based on the rest of us. But
we love Jim, though.
Jim's awesome. Jim's awesome. What up, gamers? Now then, what else? I was gonna say something, and he's completely blown me off my track. Oh, I remember. It's come back to me now. I remember Sonny, but not that Sonny. I do remember Sonny. Yes, the thing that I remember was that still is the free month promotion to anybody who has let their pro sub lapse. And I actually said on Twitter, I thought this was only for stateside, but Holtz, wake up. You actually said there was several of your family members.
Yeah. I got I got 6 members tied to my Google family account, and 3 of them was able to get a 3 month. Well, that's what it is, isn't it? That's the whole point. It's supposed to share.
Half of Liverpool is tied.
You're supposed to share the content that you buy.
Yeah.
So in the end, I buy content and share it with my family, and 6 of them, because we're all YouTube Premium members, we're all on a list, and 3 of them got 3 months of Stadia.
Yeah,
I don't know why. I'm the only one that pays for Stadia. I don't know why the other 3 people got it.
I tell you, that family share though is a fantastic offer, man. I've sent a couple family members a Premier Edition and signed them up, and they've got every title that I have, and they don't have to be signed up to Pro.
Wow.
You should
put it in their stockings.
I
just start randomly putting them in people's stockings, so they don't even people you don't even know. Just drop it in their stockings, and then they when
no,
what the hell is this?
That's breaking and entering.
Didn't Vet serve 6 months for stuffing things in people's stockings?
You got brought up on charges.
Stadia controllers. I tell you that.
Is that a controller in your stocking, or are you just pleased to see me?
He's no longer allowed.
How do you think I got this house behind me?
Right, so that's it for Stadia. What a fantastic month. Week, I should say. But it's been a fantastic 2 years. I mean, even the last decade's been pretty good. So moving quickly on, GeForce Now, we've got, let me just hide Stadia Source. Bless them. Love you guys. Actually, we can go to GeForce Source, I think it's called. Anyway, look, there's me. I'll move me over there so I get hidden by the logo. What the heck's going on there, William?
I'm smacking my ball.
Oh, right. I just looked at it and saw it moving. How bizarre. GeForce Now, we've got 10 minutes, so we'll go through. We haven't got masses of additional cloud gaming news, but we'll. I keep itching my beard. It's this thing. I think I'm allergic to it.
I just got a big red ball right next to my face.
We'll take it off and it'll be all red and blotchy. GFN. So they said last week. I think we said last week that they were releasing an update to the GeForce Now app, which allowed for a more seamless integration of Ubisoft Plus. Well, it didn't actually kick in for a few days, but it has now, and it works really well. So,
Oh my God, it is a lifesaver with that.
yeah, if you're already a Ubisoft Plus account holder, it'll automatically connect to your account.
Like PC is easy enough, like you could still type if you had to, but I think the best piece of that update was on the Shield TV. Because who the hell just has a random Bluetooth keyboard, or have to break out the USB keyboard, or if you want to just sit there and use the controller and put your spectacles on so you can zoom in and still not know what the hell you're typing.
That's exactly what I done. I used the controller and I loaded it up and I couldn't see, and I was so close to the telly. I was like, "You should just have like
you're literally having to zoom in. I mean, stand in front of it. Like that's right.
There you go, Rokk.
There you go. And it didn't help. Like no matter what, like that was. I'm sure that was one of the most requested updates that they did. Besides, like, I mean, I'm hoping that since they did that, maybe we'll see as they get more and more games, we start just seeing them integrate your sign-in stuff for everybody.
It was nothing worse when you made a spelling mistake in your password and you had to start.
Oh my God, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Particularly when you've got 48 characters in them, like I tend to.
It brings back the days of mobile phones before smartphones, when you're having to hit the three so many times and go one after the other, and then you mess up and you have to delete the whole thing. Hold on, I'll send you that text message. Let me break out my pager instead.
do you have that on your printer when you're trying to put the Wi-Fi password in? You got to go 1, 2, 3, A, B,
yes,
C.
I've had that. That is a pain in the butt,
isn't it? Just
oh my God,
Squid's in the house. How are you, my friend?
I did have the update to the Mac version, which was nice. I actually tried it out on my MacBook Pro.
Which what? Sorry. Oh, the new update. Yeah. It's even better on the Mac, isn't it, as well?
Yeah, it runs I noticed a little bit of a bit of a speed boost, but then it does increase the resolution to the 1600p, and I was just like, haha, Windows, take that. Nice. You only got 1440.
Yeah, up yours. Now, also on you guys, I'm sure you guys know this, but I may not know in the chat, but Epic have been giving away a game a day for a little while now, and today's game is Second Extinction.
Well, I did not know that.
Free to claim, yes. And this is why we're saying this here. It plays on GFN. So
I never knew that.
Though, I didn't either, but I've noticed that every game that Epic has released works on GFN.
Yes, all of these free ones.
Free game a day for GFN.
Yeah, they've done really well. They've obviously connected up and said we're going to be giving these games away, and they've gone brilliant. We'll make sure that they're playable on GeForce.
Epic's like, okay, we'll give all the free games away, but can we have your exclusives? No, no exclusives.
It's like, hey, we know you're going to be doing some of these like other games. We want all the new stuff too to just come right over.
Yeah.
Bring it over. It's okay.
It will come. So yeah, it's really good news. That's actually quite a good game. I played it on was it on Xbox? I think they released it as part of the Game Pass or something. And then the final piece of GFN news today, anyway, is that the RTX 3080 tier is now available for everyone. So prior to now, you could only get it if you pre-ordered it, but now you can go in and fill your boots.
People were concerned about that because they're like, well, if I already pre-ordered it, what do I do? In the fine print, if you read it, they actually said that what you would do is you cancel your pre-order, and then just sign up and you get access immediately.
Okay.
And you would still get that. And if you were if you had the Founders Edition prior to that, you would still get that 10% discount applied. So you wouldn't lose that either, which is what was really nice.
Well,
that not only did you keep that discount, but you would
Crisis. Do you still keep Crisis? Because wasn't that a pre-order bonus?
I'm not sure. I don't know. I guess I could reach out and check.
Really?
But I haven't seen anybody complaining that they didn't get Crisis, so I'm going to assume you could.
Now, nobody gets access to the 3080 on the free tier, correct? Like you can't just log in and hey, I'm using a 3080 this time.
No, that's correct.
No.
Yeah,
I didn't think so.
you have to pay for it.
Yeah. Although I think you can I think there is a 2 series I think 2080. I think when I
Yes, I think the 2080 is on the priority. I believe the goal is to upgrade the free tier to the 2080s at some point.
yeah,
That would
which
be
is
so-
which is still great.
Yeah, oh,
Yeah,
absolutely.
I mean,
Yeah.
if you can deal with the queue, waiting to get in, you don't get the extended game times and things like that. But I mean,
Well,
just to get access.
I was a GFN founder. Like, I had the NVIDIA Shield, like, right before they rolled out GFN. And so I was kind of grandfathered in. So I've played GFN for a long time.
I remember the days when it was in beta and you could play anything on Steam.
And they had every game almost until the developers.
By the time Steam Catalog was on that system,
told them.
then it just disappeared.
The prices, guys, remind me. I know it's $89.99 in the UK for 6 months.
$900 for 6 months, every 6 months. So it's like $200 a year in the US.
Yeah, so
Wow.
so it's actually a good deal in the States. You get slightly
No, it is.
cheaper than we do.
If you think
You got to have a
if
good
you-
PC and then come up with $600 to $1,200 for a GPU. I would say that is a good value for sure.
Well, and look, if you look at it this way, NVIDIA just re-released the one of their older the 2060, the 12 gig 2060 GPU. But unfortunately, now you can't find that anywhere. That one's already sold out and gone. So they tried to help out the fact that you can't get the 30 series by bringing an upgraded 2060, and now that one's gone. So if you're a PC gamer and you want a high-end system instead of like Shadow, this is the way to go. I mean, $200 a year, or pay a scalper on eBay, several $1,000s for that GPU.
Aaron, not necessarily now. There's my buddy just ordered a kit that came with the 3080. And the 3080 was the last thing to ship, but it is en route to him. So unless there's a brick in the box, he was able to get it at retail.
Hopefully it gets delivered to him.
Yeah, so it's possible he doesn't get it.
Yeah,
I'll
we heard a story of some guy who bought a 75-inch TV that never came. Have you heard that story, William?
I sure
It
have.
got delivered yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and Vet have been loving it. The NFL's been superb on that big screen.
I know, fantastic. I even found this vacant house here, and they delivered the TV to this house for me. It was great.
Awesome. There's your second extension, guys. It's free on Epic Store.
But what I was going to quickly say, do you think with them dropping the pre-orders makes it look bad that there's like too much hardware and not much demand to actually get the 3080?
No.
I don't think so. I don't know. Like the States, everybody was kind of already had access to it early. I think it was more along the lines of seeing how the UK was wanting it, and from what I've heard, people are still clamoring for it. So
yeah, William,
it's still pretty popular. Because remember, it's not like a lot of people still.
And I muted him. What were you going to say, mate? You got to get in quick with Vet. Go on, while he's gone. He's rage quit.
I was actually listening to Vet. I was actually thinking, oh yeah. I was listening to say like, was there the demand?
Go on, mate. You were telling us about your demand. He knows I love him.
Because I'm having a great time with my 3080. I just thought, like, because he had loads of, where he was saying all the GPUs were selling out, and then there's Nvidia out of nowhere saying you've got loads of 3080 tiers. I just thought, wow, there must not be a high demand where I am for them. So I was just asking the question. Do you all think?
But don't forget, I mean, you're not getting one super hub to yourself. I mean, the whole thing is whizzing around thousands of users. So I don't know how big their network is, but I personally, I've never had an issue getting into a game since I.
I have on my Shield. Oof! Last week I nearly threw
the controller. On the 3080.
No, what happened to it? It was not the streaming side; it was the user interface side. I tried to get into Shamu, and it was doing an epic. I was trying to log in, and it was just coming up with window error messages saying you don't know this game. And then when I tried to get into Cyberpunk, it took me to a web browser where it was telling me to buy the game through the Epic Store. So I was like, "What's happening here? The game should just streamline into it." Once I click on my Shield, but it just looked like all the user interface was broken on my connection. Just say.
Now, listen, we've got to say goodbye to Aaron. Not because he's really upset with me or anything, because he genuinely has to go and pick up.
Yeah, no, I have to get my kid to school. Last week when I was on the show, I ended up almost like 2 minutes late. So
No, we're going to let you go, my friend. Listen, if we don't see you before, have an amazing Christmas.
Yeah.
And a
all
fun
right,
month.
sounds good.
We'll see you in
Same
the new
to you
year.
guys.
Love to the family, and make sure you get as much noggin as Ray.
I love the way I love the way he's going to struggle to try and get that hat off. Now it's probably swelled his head. He's like,
Yeah, well, between that and the sweat, I don't even know if I want to take.
You take care, my friend.
See you
We'll
guys.
see you in the new year.
I just want him to stand up to see he's got little elf stockings, candy cane stockings.
He has got a Grinch T-shirt though.
Careful, that fire's hot.
There he goes. Bless him. Awesome stuff.
Just like Santa, up the chimney he goes.
Yeah. You know what we can do now? Now there's only the three of us. Look, we can bring out. I've still got a Christmas tree over the top of poor old Holtz. Now then, we got as far as GeForce Now. I'll get rid of that. Don't worry. There you go. We've only got a little bit of Xbox Cloud Gaming and a little bit of Luna. Actually, the Luna's an interesting one. I'll just shift you over there, mate, because I'm looking in your direction. There you go. But quickly running through Xbox Cloud Gaming, they've added 10 games, or they've added touch controls to 10 new games, which is interesting. I don't know if you guys saw, there was an article. I'll just bring this over here. There's loads of ads on this page, so I might have to hide some of them. But there was an article recently that said that 20% of, I'll get this right, 20% of Xbox cloud gaming users were exclusively using the touch controls on mobile, which is, so we're talking actually obviously a fifth are only using it for mobile. So it's really popular, and on that basis they're adding more and more of these touch controls. So they've launched 10, they've updated 10 new games with the touch controls. So I'm Fish, in fact they're all listed down here. Astria Ascending, Backbone, Bug Fables, Dicey Dungeons, Fee or Fey Tactics, I Am Fish, One Step from Eden, Ring of Pain, Sable, and The Gunk, which I've completed today. So that's good. I know we've got these features on Stadia as well, but it's great to see them coming to Xbox Cloud Gaming as additional commitment from them. You guys ever touched any of these games with touch controls?
No, I haven't, Rokk, but I'm interested to know where you actually played Gunk and what you thought of it, because I've seen it, a few people play it, but never to completion. So
I completed it, and it gets better because if I just take you, I'm really glad you've asked me that, actually, William, because it allows me to promote my new channel.
He doesn't complete much games with this game.
I always complete my games. You know this. I'm a massive
completionist. You just said it before. You haven't completed Valhalla.
No, that's true. But I'm working towards it. It's not a case that I never will. So yeah, on my new channel, Rockster, which is C/Rockster, which is dedicated to GeForce Now and Xbox Cloud Gaming. And the reason I've done this, by the way, is that I want to revert this channel that you guys are watching on. Although we are actually live on this one as well today.
Oh, I like the color scheme, the green.
Yeah,
green on
it's cool, isn't it? Yeah, my little.
You see you with your shocked face with the red and orange. And
yeah, I wanted to use my big channel, if you like. I want to go back to doing more Stadia stuff. I want it to be more like I started it. I started it as Stadia rocks, and that was my thing, and I kind of feel that's what I want to keep doing. So I'm going to be doing more Stadia stuff, and Rock Review over time, not for a little while, but over time we'll move across to Rockster, and it'll be replaced with a new Stadia show on here at some point in the new year. So that's kind of why I did it. But my reason for pointing that out, William, is that I've actually got 4 videos taking you through chapters, let me see, 2 to 3, 5 to 6, 6 to 7, and the final chapter. So it's all on there. If you want to go in and get some tips and stuff on how to get through all of those different channels. So yeah, I loved it. Is the honest answer.
Did you play with the touch controls?
No, I didn't. I can't do mobile. I can't see it. I mean, it's all I know is that there's a solid shape and that's it. What's on there is completely. As I've got older, my eyesight's gone to pot, so I can't. But I play on screens, and yeah, it's all great. I think I mean I completed Halo Infinite campaign before I completed this. And I'll be honest with you, as much as I really enjoyed Halo, I think I enjoyed this more. Because it's my kind of game. That's not saying for 1 minute that it's a superior game. It's just that it's a chill lounge gaming game, which is what I'm all about. I can sit there, solve the puzzles. It's not about reflexes, not about how often you can kill things. It's just about solving stuff.
Was the puzzles hard?
Not at all. No. The whole game took me about 9 hours in total.
That's great.
Yeah,
That's great.
10 hours.
It was interesting that you compared it to the campaign of Halo in the time frame that it took you to complete.
Yeah.
I thought that was interesting.
Because you finished it as well, haven't you, William?
No. I don't play on Xbox. Right
spoiler there. I don't want to give you any spoilers, guys. Yeah, I don't know that you can see it, but in the top corner, I put the time. You can actually show the time in the game. In fact, I'll put it and pause it there rather than show you anything. So yeah, that says you probably can't see it behind that clock. It says 8 hours and 50 minutes. So the whole thing, there's a further few minutes there. The whole thing was about 9 hours in the end. And to be fair, the first 2 hours was just getting accustomed to the game. If you went back and did those first couple of hours now, I'd probably kill it off in 30 minutes to an hour. So 8 to 9 hours, really good game. I enjoyed it anyway. Yeah, I played it on Xbox Cloud Gaming, or xCloud as was called back in the day. But yeah, that was good. So the Gunk has now got touch controls. They've also released 10 games in the last few days. Firewatch, the Gunk, Lake, which is interesting. I don't know if you've seen Lake. It's kind of, you're in a village and you've got to do a load of tasks to build your bakery back up. But it sounds like Get Packed or something, but it isn't. It's actually quite a good looking game. Oh, not that isn't. But it's good fun. Transformers Battlegrounds, Deedlit in Wonder Labyrinth, Broken Age, which is interesting. It's got Elijah, what's his name from... what was that fella? I think he was in Lord of the Rings.
Elijah Wood?
Yeah, it's got him.
That's to me Elijah. I know I should have just said straight away Elijah.
I was waiting for the Lord of the Rings reference.
Yeah, I know. Thanks. You wanted to see me suffer.
There was those two on the buzzer. Come on, dude. 10 points for Elijah Wood.
What else we got? We've got Ben 10, Power Trip, Race with Ryan, Road Trip, Paw Patrol, Mighty Pups, Save Adventure Bay, and Mortal Kombat 11. So there's some good stuff in there.
The Transformers one, Battlegrounds, I checked that out for about an hour or two. Very isometric, or whatever you want to call it, strategic. You got to move your character, and pretty interesting though. If you get into the cartoon, or you're a young person, you may really enjoy the game.
Yeah. And I'm neither.
This week I was really happy to play Mortal Kombat. I've already got it on Stadia, but I was happy to see it come to other platforms. So I tested it on XCloud, and it ran good. So I was impressed with testing the fighting genre. My niece and nephews, they loved Paw Patrol, Mighty Pups, Race with Ryan, and they love Ben 10. So they're all now trying.
Have you, Stephen? Have you tried the Clarity Boost on XCloud, Xbox Cloud Gaming?
No, I've not
on a browser.
Because what happens
it's worth doing.
To me, my gaming experience is actually moving around the house on mobile or on tablet. It's not actually sitting on a PC using the browser. So
Ah, I would recommend using it. When you click it on, I mean, it's just using some clever sharpening and stuff,
Yeah.
but it really does just.
But you
It's
see,
only
because
in browsers.
my TV's all got all that AI upscaling and sharpening boost and
Yeah.
all that.
So
So I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
it's good at the moment. So I think it's only for browser support that people are
yeah.
going, oh, clarity boost.
It's
But
only
if
for
everyone's got a
browser.
smart TV,
Yeah,
they're already doing that anyway. Or
yeah,
you have a Shield TV, don't you, Rock?
I do. Yeah, I
Um,
have.
Is
Yeah.
it much like the AI on that to where
Very
you can?
similar.
Okay,
Very similar. Yeah, yeah. Which is
probably
just
makes a
really
big
an
difference.
enhanced sharpening. Yeah, yeah. But it does look really good. I mean, I was playing Gunk the other day in a browser here, and I suddenly thought, oh, I haven't put that clarity thing on. I flicked it on. I was like, oh,
wow,
crikey! It's like
night
it's
and
jumped
day.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
really good. Really, really good. One very final story for Amazon Luna. I couldn't find any PS Now news, guys. Sorry, but Amazon Luna. I think it's interesting, but it's in the realms of speculation. Amazon Luna. This is on The Verge, by the way. Amazon Luna runs on Windows, and yet they're hiring Linux gaming engineers. Now, my brain automatically went to, Stadia. I
Yeah,
wonder if there's a
Maybe the
deal
porting
going on
games over
here.
or something. Or
the white service label or whatever.
That's
Yeah.
exactly where my head went, William.
Yep.
Now they don't say that in here,
No.
but they don't not say it either. So they actually do mention Stadia. When Amazon's cloud gaming service Luna launched last October, the fact it ran on Windows set it apart. Of course, we now know that that's not the case with Xbox Cloud Gaming and with GFN. So I don't know why they said that. But anyway, unlike Google Stadia, it wouldn't necessarily need to convince developers to painstakingly port their games. And anyway, it goes on and it talks about the technology that they're using. They even talk about Vulkan further down, which, as we know, is
That
predominantly
sounds remarkably similar or exactly like Stadia. So my question is, so what are they doing? Are they building a Linux team to run on a Vulkan type system, and they're going to port those games themselves?
See, I don't think it's as straightforward as they're looking to port their games to Stadia and therefore bringing Linux guys in, because as again Sonny mentioned in one of his shows the other day, we know that Google have been working really hard on creating much more simple porting tools. So you can virtually take a Windows game and put it through the sausage machine and get the thing that's needed for Stadia at the other end without having to pull in Linux developers or people that really know their way around Vulkan. So to me, this was interesting. We could sit here all day and speculate as to what that could possibly mean, but have a read. It's on Edge. And come to your own conclusions. But you obviously, your brain went to the same place as mine did, William.
Yeah. Yep. Because that white label service is gonna be in a lot of places, not labeled as Stadia. You're just gonna experience it.
Exactly. And it is such good tech.
Yeah.
There's no question of it. It just runs superbly well.
I would take Luna going white label using Stadia tech, as long as they brought it to the WebOS app side on my TV. If it just said, here's Luna on white label Stadia and it's up to 4K 60, I'd be like, yeah, I'll have that service for now. I don't want to go down.
I mean, obviously, Amazon Web Services, which is a huge competitor to Google's cloud services. So it wouldn't be like Sony. If this had been a PS Now news item, it would have made perfect sense. Yeah, we're no longer dependent on using. I think they've got to deal with Microsoft. We're going to go down the road of working with Google, using their network and their technology, and that's going to be PS Now in the future. But Amazon own Amazon Web Services already, and I'm sure the cost of Windows Server licenses is not a huge issue for these guys. So it's just a weird one. They say here, it's not quite clear why Amazon may want to adopt Linux. Newen speculates it might be about keeping Amazon Luna's games easily sandboxed so that new updates don't break compatibility. But what does that mean?
Yeah.
Well, maybe everyone thought AWS and stuff like that Azure was the better choice, but maybe Stadia picked the proper choice by going with.
just a thought. Google has just recently announced that they're going to be bringing their apps to desktop for the PC. Amazon has a very similar app store. Maybe that is the direction they're trying to go.
Interesting.
Just a thought.
Yeah, that could well be it. We'll keep a little eye on that one, guys. I'm intrigued to see what that means. But they added an Amazon statement. So what did Amazon? We don't have any indication. Amazon has been successful. Blah, 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 blah. There's an unusual. We're always exploring. Okay, so this is a quote from Amazon Luna. We are always exploring ways to deliver a better experience for our customers, including working closely with game developers and the community on those experiences. Hiring employees with Proton and Linux experience is important for Luna and Amazon, reads a statement. Still tells you nothing.
Nothing. Yeah.
It's
A lot of nice words that fit together.
It's a better experience, but we're not telling you why. One to watch. And it's very interesting. Anyway, guys, that is it. That's all the news that we have to bring you right now. Thank you so much, fellas, for joining us on Rokk Review this week, particularly the one before Christmas, which has been fun. I just noticed his flashing lights. I didn't see those. I hadn't spotted them. You've been a little tiny thumbnail on my screen until now. That's great. So let's do our quick run. And of course, thank you everybody in the chat as well. You're amazing. Thank you for all of your support this year as well, and really look forward to bringing you more Rokk content in the new year. So thank you so much. So let's start quickly with you, William. There we go. What are you doing? Anything on streaming? Anything before Christmas, or are you?
I'm streaming Wednesday, probably just for a little bit, but that's probably about it. You could find me at YouTube, Stadia Pro Gaming, and hey. Anybody that hasn't checked it out yet, it is a pro game. Definitely check out Wreckfest. It is a blast with the community. Definitely have to check it out.
See, it's multiplayers again, mate. I can't be doing with it.
Well, there is a single player a campaign. You get a car and you start building it up. And those bots, I tell you, once you get past the pro circuit, boy, do they have your number. They have it. Cars, okay, let's say you're going to pass somebody, okay? For the second time in the race, they will try to take you out, even though they have no chance of winning.
Oh, look at the doggy.
Pooch.
He's got Omen 3 eyes.
Yeah.
I should have just let the dog take my spot while I was gone.
Yeah. Just back in time to say goodbye. That's good.
He just said that's not his house. He's broken into someone else's house. So I love the way he just came back into the person's window like, it was warm in there.
Yeah. Vet, my good friend, are you streaming anything before Christmas? Or are you done?
I'll have some first looks on GFN today. And tomorrow. I don't know about Friday yet because it's Christmas Eve. I probably will have some stuff going on Christmas Eve. I would say Christmassy themed games, but I don't. My style of game. I mean, I could make it red in the gameplay, so
just like blood for the Santa outfit.
Yeah, so they'll be red and green, so I could do that. But after that, nothing until next week. Oh no, I do have a unboxing I'll be doing.
Oh yes,
at some point this week. I don't know exactly what it is, and people have asked me what it is, and I'm like, it's a surprise. Santa Vet will surprise everyone, and it will not be an inappropriate surprise. I promise.
What was that? Sorry, there was the wrong symbol there. International symbol. What are the? What's the first look you're doing today? What game?
Probably going to be Sniper Ghost Warrior 3. I did that one yesterday, or the second one yesterday, so I'm going to do the third one. I've got like 10 games that I purchased over the weekend that I want to do first looks at. So,
sounds good, right?
Yep.
Wow. And young Stephen Holtz, you see, last time we spoke, you were all set to. You had some animation that you paid some poor bloke on Fiverr £3
Yes, exactly. And it's just sat there on my PC because I'm too busy gaming. It's like, do you know what? I love the idea of creating content, but when I speak to you guys, a lot of content creators go, I create content, but I don't actually finish me games. I'm like, I'd rather just play me games and be happy following you guys.
Yeah, I know. I somehow found the way of doing both, but I mean, I don't do anything as near as much content as these guys, and that's
So in the season of the holidays, I want to kick my feet up, enjoy it with family times, and then hopefully if you guys do some streams, I might actually pop in the chat and just see what everyone's up to.
But all you've got to do is stream. Well, you don't have to talk. Just stream the game that you're playing. Get some content on your channel, and then ultimately you can start to go back over it with voices and things.
Yeah, just dub my voice into something else.
Definitely use YouTube as a DVR, my friend, for all your gaming content. Go back to it later, like Rokk said.
I'll do a posing creation to Rokk. I'll be like, it was a nightmare before Christmas, and then there.
Yeah, I forgot that. I've got my Night Before Christmas up on stage.
Yeah, but I'll call the Nightmare Before Christmas like Jack Skellington. I'll be like, just do it opposite.
I look like I'm wearing a neck brace. People are coming on down. Poor old Rokk. How's your throat, mate? Dismal, thank you so much for the Canadian 5. Really appreciate that, and I love Canada and the Canadian people. You're all fantastic. PlayCloud, you have a fantastic Christmas as well, my friend. Thank you for jumping in. We've got Jeff. Hello, Jeff. Is Phoenix Point any good? Most tempting from the sale? I don't know. I haven't played Phoenix Point. Is it any good, chaps?
I have never played it.
If it reviewed well, it's like an XCOM game, so if you like that kind of
got a good review. $20 Canadian. Go for it, Jeff. So and we can actually do a proper we did you, Aaron, didn't we? You're doing your thing, so it's only me left now. I've got much to say, really. I've got where am I? Here I am. Well, not much to say. Obviously Cloudburst finished last Saturday. It was a great episode. So I'll be putting my feet up, I think, after today until the new year. So there'll be nothing next week. I will pop in and do some game streams and stuff, some solo stuff, but none of the
you gotta get that. You gotta get some footage on that Rockster channel. Come on now.
Yeah, I know. Well, I've got 9.
We're harassing Holtz to get game footage.
Exactly. I think last year how time flew. I was watching Rokk roughly over the holidays, and he was playing Death Stranding. And he had no mic on, and I was just sitting there relaxing, going, "Oh, that looks like a good game." So maybe I'm going to tune into Rokk.
Imagine if I did have the mic on, you would have been asleep within about 4 minutes.
So hopefully we can see. Hopefully, while he's playing this year, I'll see him.
Great stuff, gents. Thank you so much. Have a fantastic Christmas and a fantastic New Year. Ray, get well soon, my friend, and we look forward to seeing John and Clive as well next year. So happy Christmas, happy New Year. See you soon. Take care. Goodbye.